So what does the future of creative work actually look like with AI? I'm not talking about 10 years from now. I mean, right now. Okay, let's get into it because we're going to break down the strategy of a company called Moonlite Labs. And honestly, it's a fascinating preview of the future of business, creativity, and maybe even our own jobs. And get this, it all kicks off with a pretty wild story. This isn't just a catchy headline. It's really about taking skills from one world, the creativity and rhythm of beatboxing, and using that unique perspective to build Canada's #1 AI startup. It's the perfect setup for everything we're about to unpack. So how are they pulling this off? Well, the key is this concept the source material calls a dual speed evolution. And that's a brilliant way to think about how AI is hitting the economy. See, it's not just one big AI revolution happening. Nope, there are two, and they're running at the same time. Okay, check this out. This slide breaks down Moonlight's two-track approach perfectly. On one hand, you've got their Canadian SaaS platform. Think of this as the high-speed lane for all the tech-savvy creators who are already using cutting-edge generative AI. But on the other hand, you have their Hawaii service model. This is like a helping hand for more traditional businesses that are just trying to figure out this whole digital shift. One side is literally inventing the future, while the other is making sure nobody gets left behind. And this is where it gets really smart. Moonlight isn't planning on keeping these two tracks separate forever. The real goal is to merge them. Now, why is that so brilliant? Because it lets them capture the entire market today, both the experts and the beginners. And it sets them up to keep everyone as AI just becomes, well, normal. It's a strategy for right now that's built to win later on. Of course, having great tech is only half the battle, right? We are smack in the middle of an AI gold rush, and that means the market is incredibly crowded. So how does a company like Moonlite Labs not just stay afloat, but actually thrive? Well, it all comes down to a really clever strategy. The whole game plan is to become a preferred aggregator, basically the ultimate curator of AI tools. So instead of trying to build everything themselves, they bring in the best tech, like getting early access to models like Sora 2, and bundle it all into one complete creator tech stack. This makes professional-level filmmaking tools accessible to way more people by just lowering that barrier to entry. Now, a massive technological shift like this isn't just about software. It's fundamentally changing how we work, and it's creating jobs that literally didn't exist a year ago. And that brings us to the next job title you're going to start hearing a lot more about. Everybody, meet the AI orchestration specialist. This isn't just a fancy name for someone who's good at writing prompts. No way! This is a high-level pro. Think of them like the conductor of an orchestra, managing all the different AI systems and making sure they all work together in harmony to create something amazing for the whole company. And you can see how this role evolves, right? It starts out simple, with staff augmentation, just using AI to help out with some basic tasks. But it quickly moves up to managing entire workflows, and finally to full AI orchestration, which becomes a core strategic part of the business. It's a pretty clear roadmap for how human expertise is going to direct artificial intelligence, not get replaced by it. And this is super, super important. For any company that's looking to bring in this level of AI, it is not just a tech upgrade. You can't just buy a subscription and expect magic to happen. It demands a deep, strategic shift. You have to build a solid data foundation, and just as critical, you need a team culture that's actually ready to embrace this completely new way of working.
Okay, so we've looked at the business strategy and the new jobs that are popping up. But what does all this actually mean for us? For the digital content we see and interact with every single day? What's this new reality going to look and feel like?
Well, get ready for a world where your digital presence is unbelievably dynamic. We're talking visuals that literally react to music in real time, lifelike talking avatars for brands or people, and a constant flood of automated media. And here's the most mind-bending part. It's going to get harder and harder to tell if what you're seeing was made by a human or an AI. And the end game here is to bring all of these incredible tools into one single holistic solution. So this all brings us to the final, really big question. The source material talks about using these tools to create something beautiful. But if AI can create beauty at the push of a button on a massive scale, then what is true creativity? What becomes the new benchmark for genius and originality? It's a question we are all going to be wrestling with very, very soon. This is obviously a massive topic, and if you want to dive deeper, we've got the source material for you. Just check out the link in our bio. Thanks for tuning in.